Everybody. I am here in Wisconsin and on the back of the magnificent Marcy. She is a Norwegian Fjord mare, and I'm out here in the pasture. I just popped on for a really quick bareback ride before I head out for the day. But I wanted to bring you guys along with me. So I'm going to switch the camera around and we're just going to ride around, enjoy this beautiful October day here in northwestern Wisconsin. Welcome, Olivia. Thanks for joining us. Here we are on the pasture. Hey, Amelie. Welcome. You can see very easily what breed I'm riding if you're familiar with Norwegian Fjord horses. Marcy is a brown dun Norwegian Fjord mare, and you can tell that because of the dark stripe down her back here, down her neck. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I always love just doing a little pasture ride in the morning. The rest of the horses are hanging out, getting some breakfast. Yes, Fjords are a wonderful breed. They're so much fun. They're so versatile. Marcy rides and drives. Norwegian Fjord present is the breed of all the horses here in the pasture today. Marcy is 17 now, I believe. I've been riding Marcy for, oh man, I don't even know, probably over 10 years. She belongs to a good friend of mine, and I get to borrow her when I'm here in the area. I love so many different breeds. The problem for me is the horse that I'm riding is usually my favorite breed. Oh, having a little connection issue. Hope you guys are there. Just got back. Are we back? We are. I'll stay closer to the top of the hill here so you guys don't lose me. So Marcy is such a fun horse. She is like willing to do anything. She goes and has competed in pleasure driving, in combined driving events. She's a great trail horse. In Canada, I rode her in a ride-a-buck competition where you have a dollar bill that's put right here, right between your thigh and the horse, and then you actually ride around at different gates and try to keep the dollar bill. It's a really fun competition. Yes, owning horses it's so wonderful. It's such a wonderful thing to be able to do, and I only have one right now, but I absolutely love being able to have him. I board him about 5 miles away from where I live. Gypsy Vanner horses are amazing. I got to meet up with a couple of different Gypsy Vanner horse breeders. Dennis Thompson down in Florida has Gypsy Gold, and he actually imported the first Gypsy Vanners to the United States. And I met up with him a couple of years ago. There's that video here on the channel. And then up in Minnesota, went to Hidden Ponds Gypsies. So there's also some really cool gypsies up there. So we did some riding and driving. They're a great breed, super fun. Owning horses it can be hard because you do have to make sure you have a place for them, or you can board them, and there's all the different aspects of care caring for horses, so it can be time consuming and expensive, but in my opinion it's one of the best ways to spend your time, and it's one of the best ways to spend your money, because the reward you get, in me, there is nothing quite like that experience of just being able to go out and have just horse time. Amelie, you're taking lessons. That is a wonderful way to learn about horses. It's a wonderful way to learn kind of what you want to do with horses as well, because there's so many different ways of riding. There's so many riding disciplines. And as if you've seen in the videos, there's a lot of different breeds. So you have to kind of figure out what horse you want to have. Present, is it hard to gain horses' trust? Horses are really amazing. They want to be able to connect with you, and they want to be able to trust you. So as a rider and as a horse person, it's important to learn how to communicate with them. And when you learn that, it's this amazing journey of being able to really rely on your horse as a partner, and then also, just get out and have them as a fun friend. So it can be a difficult challenge with some horses. When you're training horses, they're not used to anything. We have to train them to do everything from putting the halter on to how to pick up their feet. So it can be a long process, but it's, again, one of those things that I think is so worth it to learn. You learn a lot about yourself when you are learning about horses. Olivia, I am from Colorado. I'm not in Colorado right now. Actually, there's no mountains here in the background. I am in northwestern Wisconsin at a Norwegian Fjord horse farm that's owned by my friends right now. Also getting some fall colors, which I absolutely love. In Colorado, we get the golden aspens, and here in Wisconsin, it's just a little bit past peak with color, so you can see some of the oranges and the greens and reds in the background, but we get a lot more variety here. Oh, I'm gonna turn around. So this little goofball here is a youngster. She's the youngest one in the pasture. She was just coming over to say hi. Yes, hello, sweetheart. Oh, there's her nose, everybody. She's looking for some scratch. Oh, thank you so much, Olivia. Oh, that's so fun that you live in Iceland. I absolutely loved our trip there. It was such a blast. I have read and watched Black Beauty. Absolutely love both. I remember when I was younger, I would actually go out to the horse pasture and read horse books out in the pasture on one of my ponies. Amelie, that's a great question. So this has been something that I have wanted to do for a very, very long time. I was lucky enough to be able to be around a lot of different breeds as I was growing up, and I realized that even within the horse industry, a lot of people didn't really know about the different breeds that are out there. And so in 2017, I launched my big life dream and my goal to ride every breed, and so far we are at 60 breeds that we've documented and filmed in, I think we're at 6 different countries. So we're still just getting started. There's hundreds of horse breeds out there that I can't wait to share with you guys, but it's been an incredible journey so far. Bring you over here to the other side of the pasture. So over here we've got a driving arena, and Phil does a lot of combined driving events, which is pretty much like 3-day eventing, except for driving. And so what's set up in front of me here is actually a cones course. And so you can see the cones are kind of set up a distance apart from each other, and during competitions we'll actually put tennis balls on those cones. So as you're driving the carriage through, then you want to make sure you don't hit any of the tennis balls, and they'll do different circles and figure eights and patterns out here. So this is a place that Phil does a lot of training, and he has some national champion horses, and this is where they do a lot of their work. How did I start horse riding? Olivia, that's another great question. So I have been fascinated with horses ever since I was little, and anytime I would drive past horses, I would always point them out to my parents. But no one in my family was actually into horses, and so I was very, very lucky. We had a riding stable that was across the road from us, and my parents let me exchange house chores for riding lessons. So I worked off the lessons and got to walk over and ride, and then I started helping the instructor and getting to show with some of her horses that we trained from the ground up. And I was just so lucky that horse people in the community gave me opportunities to be around horses and to learn about them. So that's been a several decade long journey now, and I just started taking advantage of every horse opportunity that I could, and that's what got me to where I am today. And whoop, whoop. Good girl. Alrighty guys, I think it's time for Marcy to get back to some breakfast. I'll switch this camera back around here. Thank you so much for joining me today here on this little morning ride. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe it's your first time riding on a fjord. I'll try to do some more of these live videos here so you guys can ride along with me and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time.